dope idea for a dating show. I just had this dream. Yeah, so it's like a mall type thing. You know those rotating doors at the mall. Yeah, like young teens, young men and women actually, like walk into those rotating doors, and then they don't open right away. Like they keep spinning for minutes and minutes on end. And then you have to try to find your opening into the mall, right? Then as soon as you enter, you're in the mall. Um, you get like, I don't know what you get, but then in my dream, the first person in the mall got like a large amount of something, and then like the last person, as it goes down, they get they get less and less. I don't know. Maybe someone can think about that. What I know is these young adults, right? They had like a set amount of time to mingle with one another, and they're in like a mall, so they need to get to running around. They need to yell out their interests. You can't stand by the rotating wall, by the way. This is against the rules. So they need to like go to like their favorite stores and stuff, in hopes that they will meet like-minded people in those stores. So yeah, if you're into fashion, you'll go to like a clothing store. I guess if you're into games, you go to like the game store in the mall and chill there and loiter there in hopes that, you speak to some. So yeah, time runs out. You need to act quick. You need to like speed date on the move while you're running. You need to yell out, "Hey, I'm 6'12". I'm a black dude. I like games and I like anime and I drive a whatever. You know, all the while you've got like less than, I don't know, man, like 15 minutes to make this happen. I think it's a really good premise. You know, so it's almost like the elimination chamber type thing. You know, I think it's a cool idea. Like people barely make it into the mall because of those rotating doors. People keep bumping into glass every time they try to make it. Like very few people make it into the mall, and then yeah, I like that idea. That was a really cool dream that I just had. And then at a point, you'll get like some innovators, some real thinkers, like towards the end of the, like perhaps when there's like a few minutes left of the game, some real thinkers, like, yeah, in this dream at least, there was like this one real thinker who was like, yo, if you're a 10, go stand on that other side of the walkway, the row, I guess. Go stand on that other end of the row. And then he was like, there's no time to be modest. I know a lot of people who are like 10s and 9s and 8s. They're going to rank themselves significantly lower because they're trying to be modest and they have like esteem issues or like confidence issues or whatever. Then he insists that everyone be honest. Like, if you know you're a 10, and not just like physically a 10, but if you know that you're going to provide your partner with a 10 or a 9 or an 8 experience, not just looks with your personality, with you, just everything about your being. If you know that you're a 10, 9, 8, go stand on that end. If you're a 9, go stand next to them. If you're 8, stand next. And essentially this dude, he tried to create like a whole row of people, just to try to group them better, so that you feel like you're matching with a person who's more in your league, you know. this was like an attempt of this. Obviously, you could match with like you could be a 10 and you could you know you could be interested in dating like a 4 or whatever, you know. But like this was like a last Hail Mary sort of attempt from this dude in order to just get everyone organized and yeah, the dream ended before that could lead anywhere. But I think that's a cool idea. At some point, like the girls were like going through some clothes and stuff, and I walked in and I made like a joke or something, and then I walked out because I was able to detect that there wasn't any interest in me. You know, sometimes you gotta drop a joke. Put your toes in the water, put your fingers in the water, test the waters, and then if they're not like digging you, you just leave. Because obviously we all know why we're here. We're here to mingle with one another. So if they're not, you know, feeling you, then you have to not waste time. You need to go to the next door type stuff. Yeah, it's a cool idea if I do say so.